Okay, guys, it's Thor, and today we are going to be taking a look at XRP. And I know that XRP has a pretty intense following behind it, the XRP army. So, of course, I want to give a shout out to you guys. I do feel that this is an interesting time to be into cryptos right now, especially as I make this video May 9th, 2022. We're seeing the markets are just tanking right now. So recently, we're well aware that the Federal Reserve in the United States, the central bank, has been raising the interest rates. And the effect on the economy has been, we've been seeing the stock market, the Dow Jones Industrial, basically fall thousands of points. And the cryptos are connected to all of this. So even though we're going to make predictions on XRP, we're seeing all the cryptos right now are taking a hit. So I want you guys to be very aware of that the cryptos are definitely taking a hit. And, I do see this market correction happening till July 12th. I feel like Saturn, it entered the sign of Aquarius on April 12th. Okay, it's going to be there till July 12th when it goes retrograde back into Capricorn. And I feel like we're going to continue seeing the economy contract as they raise the interest rates and they basically contract the monetary supply, right? They're tightening the monetary supply. So we're going to see more tightening of the financial markets. But I do feel that the second half of 2022, when I look at XRP's chart, I'm feeling like really good feeling about this, that there's going to be a rebound. And I believe, at least I believe, that the government's going to institute some sort of policies to correct what's going on with the stock market and with the economy. So let me take you guys to my presentation really fast. So guys, always remember that this isn't meant to replace a qualified financial planner, advice from that. I use the sidereal zodiac, not the Western tropical zodiac in my predictions. And guys, the video is for entertainment purposes only. So use your brains and use your logic when you're, take all the data points. Okay, this is just another data point to add to your toolbox of trying to decide if you want to buy or sell cryptos. Okay. Next thing, guys, please like and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be doing more cryptos. We're going to be looking at more as long as I can find birth times. That seems to be the hardest thing with cryptos. Sometimes the birth times are a little difficult to find when cryptos start. So if there's a crypto I'm not doing and you guys have suggested to me, it's probably because I can't find a birth time. So guys, like and subscribe. My goal is 10,000 subscribers now. And of course, I love spreading the knowledge of astrology and yoga across the world, because at the end of the day, even though we're super interested in our material gains, at the end of the day, this technology also is used for spiritual enlightenment purposes as well. So when we take a look at your own chart, we can always look at what methods are going to take you closer to the divine. But we can also look at your financial planets as well. If you guys want a personal reading, please check down below for the details. And right now it's 40% off all of the readings on my website if you guys are interested. Okay, guys, let's talk about XRP now. Okay, so I'm actually, my last video last year, I think a lot of people were bummed out because I wasn't as excited with XRP, but I feel pretty excited about it right now. Okay, when I saw the chart, I was quite impressed. So let me take you guys to the chart so we can actually look. Let us see, let's share the screen here. So here you guys go. So this is the XRP astrology chart, okay, guys? And one of the first things we're going to look at when we're looking at XRP astrology chart is we're going to look at what bhukti it's in. And if you guys are new to Vedic astrology, a bhukti is a planetary period where there's a planet which is basically highlighted for a period of time where the karma of that planet unfolds in your life, or in the respect of XRP and XRP's life, right? Even though it's a cryptocurrency, we assume that everything on this world has karma. People, corporations, companies, all types of things have karma, as long as we have that birth date and we know where the planets were on that day, we can predict karma. Okay, so let's take a look at what Bhukti they're in, guys. Right now, if you look at XRP, it's in Venus Bhukti. Okay, so there we go. We got Venus there in the XRP chart. It's in the 12th house of Aquarius. It's not necessarily a strong placement because 12th house has to do with losses, but I'm gonna explain this out to you guys, but it's not that bad, okay? Because Venus is the natural karaka of finance, of luxury, of big money. When we're talking about big money, sometimes people think Jupiter. No, it's not Jupiter, it's Venus. Venus is the guru of the demons. So Jupiter's the guru of the gods, Venus is the guru of the demons, and so demons have connected with the material reality of trying to make money, right? And human greed. So anyways, we got Venus in the 12th house of Aquarius. If we take a look at the dignity of Venus in the chart, we'll notice it's in a neutral house, you know, because it's in a neutral house being an Aquarius, but in the Navamsha chart, we can see it's not too strong in the Navamsha chart. So it's in the sign of Scorpio in the Navamsha chart. So it's not like an amazingly strong planet, which is actually kind of good in XRP. You don't want a malefic planet to be very strong. The stronger a malefic planet is in your chart, the more problems you're going to have with it. So guys, basically Venus is in the 12th house, but it rules the 3rd house of Taurus right here. And it also rules the 8th house of Libra. So those houses are also activated when we're looking at this chart. The 8th house, guys, can actually be other people's money. Even though it's a Dashtana house, it can represent investment money, money you get through inheritances, money you get from investors, like other people pouring money into this collective asset, right? And then 3rd house is actually self-earned wealth. So if I look at someone's chart and they have a really cool, really good 3rd house, it's going to show that they'd be really good at starting their own business and making their own money. So Venus isn't necessarily a bad planet. Venus overall, I feel like Venus is pretty good overall when we're taking a look at it. So let me clean up the chart. And I'm going to show you guys also why I consider Venus being positive overall, because we're going to actually look at how XRP has performed since it's been in the Venus Bhukti. Now, let me show you guys this slide really fast. So let's go back to my presentation. You guys, Venus Bhukti started April 29th, 2020. So it's actually been in this Venus Bhukti for a couple years. It's a pretty long Bhukti. And it's going to be there till the end of the year. I mean, at the beginning of 2023. So as I said, guys, we already explained that self-earned wealth, other people's money. And 8th house is volatile. That's the downside about the 8th house. So they're going to get a lot of up-down kind of activity when we're running this Venus Bhukti, just because of the 8th house lordship. Remember, 8th house represents sudden things, shocking things, ups and downs, volatility. So, and we're going to take a look at the chart and I'll show you guys and it'll become very clear. So take a look at this, guys. This is the, this is the XRP, you know, from Yahoo Finance. This is the XRP chart. Guys, take a look at that. If I hope it's big enough for you guys to see. But if you look, it entered Venus Bhukti. Do you see how low it was? April of 2020. That's when it entered Venus Bhukti. Now look, guys, right after, you see all that volatility, up, down, up, down, up, down. I mean, it had some gains during this time. People made money on XRP. Okay, like you just need to know when to time this thing, when to buy the dip, when to sell. But this thing overall has had a pretty good run during Venus Bhukti. So if we're looking at how Venus is actually, what it's actually brought, what are the results of Venus? It's been overall pretty good for XRP. Okay, so Venus hasn't been a bad planet. It's been a good planet. Look, even though it's volatile, it still's brought a lot of gains. And now, even the fact, if you look at the latest price, it's going down, but all of the cryptos are going down because of the Saturn transit. Okay, so that's why I feel like, and you know, you guys make your own decisions on this, but I feel like there might be some really good buying opportunities. But I think there's a narrow window, guys, with XRP. I think there's a narrow window. I think 2023, second half of 2022, I do feel like it's going to be pretty good. Late summer, early the fall. So after like August through December, I feel like it's going to be pretty good for XRP. Okay. But the problem is, I feel like 2023, when it enters that sun bhukti, and we'll talk about that a little bit later, I feel like it might have some struggles again. It could have something to do with the SEC stuff that's going on. Okay. So we'll have to see, but I feel like more government regulation, something's coming in, and I do feel like it's government related in 2023. And I don't necessarily feel like it's a great thing. But anyways, what I want to show you guys, at the end of the day, look at where XRP started and look at where it is now. Okay, at the end of the day, right now, it's still up from that original place. Even though I know it's down and it's scary, look, from where it started with this Venus period, it's up actually. It's still up from April of 2020, okay? So let's go back to these presentation, guys, because we're going to talk about other things as well, because there's other good things about XRP. And that's why I think after July, I feel like it's going to actually have some gains. But like I said, I feel like it's going to be a brief window. It's going to be like a 5-month window where you're going to have to be pretty careful with XRP. Okay, and give me a second, guys. We are going to take a look at something. Okay. Okay, I was just making sure the presentation was streaming okay. Okay, so let's go back to the presentation here, guys. And so at the end of the day, guys, I want to let you guys know Venus is going to be volatile for XRP. So Venus is presented volatility with its 8th house lordship. However, there have been gains throughout all of this. At this point in time, XRP is still higher than it was when it started Venus bhukti. Okay, at this time, we're going to talk about a transit that's actually really good. So Venus is going to give us like a lot of volatility, but I feel like there's still a lot of gains left in this Venus period. Okay, well, it's going to be different when it moves over to the sun bhukti. It is going to be different. All right, guys, we're going to talk about the Rahu transit. So as you guys are aware, April 12th, 2022, Rahu entered the sign of Aries. And that's important for all of us. Okay, so it's also important not just to look at these cryptocurrencies, you know, what house Rahu's transiting, but also to look at your own personal chart. You know, depending on what your ascendant is what house Aries is going to be. Okay, so let's take a look. What house would it be for XRP? So if you guys take a look, April 12th, Rahu entered, and there we go. Rahu entered the sign of Aries there. And if you guys notice, second house is a really good money house. Okay, so what it's going to happen is all the way till October 2023, it's going to be transiting that second house from April to October of 2023. Okay, so for 18 months is how long Rahu takes to transit. The second house, guys, it has to do with money. It has to do with how you save your money, saved assets, values, how you value something. So we always look at someone's second house when we look about if someone's going to be wealthy or if somebody's going to have a lot of money. We always want to take a look at the second house and the second house lord. Okay, so Rahu's there, and also the second house lord. If we look at Mars there, it's actually pretty strong in the XRP chart. I mean, it's in a friendly house. It's in the sign of Sagittarius. So Mars is strong. Aries is kind of like amplifying that energy of the second house. This is really good. So guys, remember, a lot of times the first houses we look at when we look at money and finance is we're always going to look at the second house, and we're always going to look at the 11th house over here. So those are the two houses that we first look at, but there's several houses. Remember, life isn't necessarily black and white. There's a lot of gray areas, and that's why when we're looking at the astrology chart, we have to look at the whole picture. So even though Rahu and Aries in the second house is going to be overall pretty good for XRP, we have to look at the big picture. We have to look at the Venus bhukti, and we also have to look at where's Saturn in all of this, because Saturn just changed its signs. So that's important to look at as well. Let me clean up the chart for you guys. And let's switch over, and You guys, so the Rahu transit, April 12th, 2022 to October 30th, 2023. And like I said, Rahu transit, second house of XRP is going to be a good thing because Rahu tends to expand things and magnify things. So second house represents value, hoard, treasury, the keep saved assets. Okay, so the price of XRP, we could see that go up. Now, I do think there's going to be some conflicting factors at the beginning of 2023. So we can't look at this transit alone is not going to like make XRP like over the moon, okay? So I want you guys to be aware of this. We're looking at all these factors. But it is a net positive. This transit's a net positive for XRP. Okay, guys? This is the thing I really want to focus on, guys. This is the big kahuna. The Saturn transit is really the biggest thing that's happening right now. The Saturn transit is why the stock market is currently just doing a big drop. So that is affecting everything. Saturn is the big boy on the block, okay? If you guys are going to ever look at your charts, okay, first of all, you always want to know what Mahadasha and Bhukti you are in your personal charts. Then for transiting planets, Saturn is always going to be like the most important transiting planet you look for. You're going to look for Saturn and you're going to look for Rahu and Ketu. Okay. And then you're going to look for the Bhukti Lord or the Mahadasha Lord. So always remember, Saturn is the big boy. Saturn is responsible for this 3D material reality. So you guys need to be aware of that. It rules this reality. The bones, it literally rules our bones in our body. Okay, that holds up our body. Without the bones, we would just be blobs, right? So Saturn has an important purpose. So let's take a look. I'm going to show you guys the XRP chart. So when we're talking about the Saturn transit, we're not talking about where Saturn is currently in the natal chart, guys. So in the natal chart, you see that Saturn's over here in the 6th house. Okay, we're not looking at that. We're looking at transiting Saturn, which is currently in Aquarius over here. So the transiting Saturn, okay, it's in the sign of Aquarius. So the birth chart is just showing you where the planets were at birth. So transiting Saturn is in the 12th house of Aquarius. I don't necessarily feel like this is a good transit because basically Saturn is the 12th lord and it's going into the 12th house and it's constraining the planet Venus. So wherever Saturn goes, Saturn freezes things, it delays things, it tends to restrict things. So Saturn's going to go in there and tend to restrict or put pressure on Venus. Even though they're friendly planets to each other, Saturn is Saturn. You can't deny that. Even if planets are friends, Saturn is Saturn. And Saturn's job is to slow things down and put things into a reality check. So always remember that Saturn's job is reality check. So let me take you guys back to the presentation. Okay, guys, so Saturn just went into Aquarius. I want you to be aware of that. April 29th. You guys have noticed ever since Saturn went into Aquarius, the stock markets have been doing big drop. It's been going like this. It's almost like a controlled demolition right now. Saturn and Aquarius. All the way to July 12th, 2022. It's a temporary transit, and it's because, like I said in my previous videos, Saturn is going to go retrograde. So in May and June, Saturn's going to start slowing down, and then it's actually going to go backwards. And let's take a look. And this is the big deal. I'm going to keep talking about this in all my videos right now because this is a huge deal, guys. Saturn's going to end up going backwards, okay, right back into Capricorn, the sign it was in during the pandemic, the sign it was in when everybody got their stimulus checks, the sign that it was in when this whole war started in Ukraine. So I want you to be aware that Saturn's going back for a reason. You know, the universe is not just accidental. There's not anything accidental in the universe. If Saturn's feeling the need to go retrograde back into Capricorn, it means there's some sort of unfinished business. And what is Capricorn? Capricorn is the 10th house of the natural zodiac. Okay, it represents the government. So I do feel like there's going to be government intervention, and I feel like it's going to be late summer when Saturn goes back into Capricorn on July 12th, 2022. That's when we're going to see more government intervention. There could be more stimulus checks. Not guaranteed, but there could be, guys. We could see some more stimulus checks. I feel like they're not going to be able to keep this interest rate hike thing going, guys. It's already having way too much negative consequences on the stock markets. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see. They started raising the interest rates. They try to control the inflation. There's a reason they're doing it. But it's also like, okay, what kind of like, this is really contracting things. We could be heading into a recession. Okay. So anyways, this is causing the current market correction. This is what is dropping all the crypto. So it's not just XRP. XRP isn't being picked on. Saturn is increasing the interest rates to try and control inflation. Okay. Be well aware of that. So let me take you guys, let me see. I was going to see if I had I was going to see if they had the whiteboard that I could use. Oh, here we go. Maybe. Okay, never mind. We're going to not do that right now. Okay. So anyways, guys, Saturn's going into the 11th house of the natural zodiac right now in the sign of Aquarius. So even though if we take a look at the chart, you notice that, and let me clean this up, guys. You notice that, okay, Saturn's here. It's in Aquarius. It's the 12th house of the XRP chart. But if we look at the natural zodiac, like if we make Aries the first house, which is the natural zodiac, this would be the natural 11th house, okay? And the 11th house rules stock markets, networks of association. It rules anywhere where there's trade and networks. So Saturn, remember guys, it's going there. It's restricting and contracting things. That's what Saturn does. Saturn freezes things. So the stock market, it's getting contracted. It's getting frozen. Things maybe they are overpriced. Remember, Saturn is Mr. Realistic. Saturn doesn't care about if people are speculating. Saturn is anti-speculation, guys. Saturn is like the cold, hard truth. Like if something's overvalued, Saturn will do whatever's necessary to put people into the correct valuation. So if there's an asset that's overpriced, Saturn's going to bring it right back down to where it should be at. But it's only going to be there till July. So this is very temporary because of the retrograde. Let's go back to my presentation, guys. So guys, I feel like this is going to cause XRP to continue dropping. I feel like it's going to be negative. Like it's not going to be in a good place till July 12th, 2022. I feel like we're going to be roughing it. But I feel like it's going to be with all the cryptos, guys. It's not like I said, it's not like we're picking on XRP. Okay, guys, Saturn and Capricorn, like I said, at July 12th till the end of 2022, this is when I see it being bullish for XRP. Okay, Saturn and Capricorn can represent more government stimulus, lowering of the interest rates. This is a major factor in the predictions of XRP. So I feel like, guys, that's when it's going to be bullish. Okay, of course, guys, this is, do your own research, do your studying, but I feel like it's going to be bullish. But right now, we cannot deny the markets. The markets are doing their thing right now. And, you have workers. You have workers who make about 2 to 3% salary increase every year, and inflation's at 8.5%. That means people are actually taking a pay cut. So think about the people that are actually buying cryptocurrencies, putting money into cryptocurrencies. Everyone's taking a pay cut when they're paying more for gasoline. They're paying more for food. And, all the prices of everything's been going up, rent, mortgages. So all this ties into what's happening with XRP. It really does. It ties in majorly. Okay, guys. But I do feel like it's going to be better. Okay. I feel like you can make some money. Okay. You're just going to have to time this right. I feel like there's going to be that 5-month window. Okay. 2023. And I'm not, guys, by the way, I don't have anything against XRP. I love XRP. Okay. So I don't want people to be like, oh my gosh, you're wrong, just because, you have a grudge. I don't have a grudge against XRP. I mean, I like Bitcoin. I like Ethereum. I like Cardano. I like XRP. I don't have a thing against it. But let's talk about 2023 and beyond. And I'm going to make another video in 2023. So don't take this as the end all be all. Okay. This is just like kind of future, we got to look at our crystal ball and we got to like be like, okay, well, what is 2023 going to look like? XRP is going to enter that sun booth, you guys, February 28th, 2023 to January 5th, 2024. Okay, so at the beginning of 2023, it's going to change into a new planetary period. And let's go to the chart to show you guys. So guys, it's going to enter the sun period. I don't know if you can see it because it's kind of small, but it's going to enter that sun period. Okay, so we're going to be looking at the sun in February 20th, 2023 to January of 2024. The sun is going to basically be the planetary period it's in. But look at this. The sun rules the 6th house. Saturn's in the 6th house. The 6th house is known as a house of problems. Okay, it's not like a happy house. Like when we talk about 6th house, guys, we're talking about debt, disease. We're talking about conflict. We're talking about police, criminals. That's the stuff that the 6th house is represented. When somebody has a major health crisis, it could be 6th house. So when we're looking at a cryptocurrency, the 6th house, it's still not a good house. It's a Dushtana house. It's an evil house. Remember, guys, the evil houses traditionally are going to be 6, 8, and 12. And to a lower extent, the 3rd house. But the 3rd house is like a minor cool house, okay? So you're going to have the 6th house activated in 2023, and Saturn, natal Saturn, is going to be activated. Because remember, when you're running a planetary period, so guys, you got to remember that. If you're running a Bhukti or a Mahadasha of a planet, it activates first. It's going to activate its lordship. So this is the house that the sun owns, and it's going to activate any planets that are in its house. So think about it. Saturn's like the house guest of the sun. So Saturn's going to be activated. Again, what does Saturn represent? Regulation, rules, problems. So we could see some sort of regulation because Saturn represents regulation, government regulation. Maybe we'll see more to this stuff. I know, like the Biden administration, there's been other politicians coming out saying there's a need to regulate more cryptos. Of course, the government's always going to want their cut, right? They're always going to want to be able to try to get their cut. So there might be problems for XRP in 2023. So that's what I'm seeing, guys. But I feel like there's going to be that window of time from July to December, actually July to January, July 2022 to January 2023, where people can make some money, okay? And of course, guys, this is as good as the birth time, you know? So that's what I got for you guys. Let me see if we got any comments in the chat. That's what I got. So guys, thank you guys so much for watching and being here and participating. If you guys are interested in a personal private reading, remember the readings are 40% off, and you guys can check out down below. And that's where you can go to my website, book a reading. Maybe you want to find out about your own astrology chart and look at your personal finances, you know. So you guys also comment. Let me know what you think. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I know there's some people that are really diehard XRP. You know, there's people that are like, they're really diehard into the crypto that they really believe in, you know. So that's why I know that a lot of people get attached to their cryptos, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys in the next one.